of like, just children and family, you have, the moniker, the insurance mom. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, it's not the insurance mom really on everything.
It's just else. Insurance mom?
It's not the insurance mom. It's just, it came about, even my logo, it just has hashtag insurance mom.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So the story behind it is that hashtag, that this, when I came into insurance, my unit was very small. It was just two other agents who had been there about a year, my unit manager and me. And both the others in the unit, they had kind of self-branded. So we work for an overarching company, but us as individuals, we do kind of individual branding that sets us apart from other insurance agents in the country and the company. So they each had their own branding done and encouraged me, well, think of what you want to do for yourself. And for the love of me, I could not come up with anything that didn't sound corny and ridiculous to me, right? So I decided, well, you know what? I'm just going to post anyway. I'm going to use Instagram, and I'm going to start putting out some information, and it'll come eventually. We'll leave it. So I started to do that. And one day I went to post, I think it was also pictures of myself with my kids. I think I had taken them with me to a branch meeting that day, and we went out for waffles after. So I'm posting, and I go to add hashtags, and of course you get suggested hashtags. Insurance mom was a suggested hashtag. So I look at it and I go, well, that works.
Right.
I'm both things, and that's what I was posting. So I started attaching that then just to everything that I posted, until then one day I'm going through the mall. I was going to Starbucks in the mall, and another insurance advisor from another company who knows me and knew me outside of work as well sees me and yells across the atrium, "Insurance mom!" My head flips, and I'm like, all right. So after that, I just said, well, okay, I'll go with it.
Nice. No. It definitely resonates. It's right on point. And, it is a cool hashtag as well. So we make sure insurance mom, not the, take the D off, just insurance mom.
Just insurance mom.
Awesome. And you spoke about, your family, like when you were getting started, your husband was very supportive. You had two small children, at the time. This is a two-part question, but the first part is, how important was it and how much did it mean to have, your spouse supporting you in this business, and how important do you feel that is for someone who's starting that does have a husband or a wife?
It's huge. It's huge, and it's for so many things. Okay, well, like for me, because we still have very much stereotype gender roles here. So still, most people will expect with household stuff and stuff is the wife's and woman's duty and all of that. But my husband has never been that way with me. Mm-hmm. And so the first thing is, it's very important that you have a spouse that's supportive of you, because when you just start in this business, like you asked about being on the phone and that being important, when you just start selling insurance, you have to put in the work. You have to put in the grind. There is no two ways about it. There's no other way to do it. So it meant for me literally pounding the pavement, walking up a high street, going across the street, back and forth, one business to another to introduce myself and ask for business, doing seminars to build a client portfolio. So it's going to take some hours, and you need to have the support at home to do that. And he was great. Like I never had to worry or say, okay, listen, this client can only see me when they finish work. And in the beginning, those first couple of years, it was completely normal for me to be coming home 8-9 o'clock at night, right? And I never had to worry if that my kids were taken care of or not taken care of. If I wasn't there, their dad was there, and they're okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then, then the other part of it that people don't talk about is that you need somebody who's going to be able to be there to support you to mentally keep you going. Because I'm sure you've probably seen it, this meme, the life of an entrepreneur, where it zigzags. Oh, I'm making it, then it goes down. What am I doing? Yeah, right. So that one, being an insurance agent is exactly the same thing.
Yes.
Exactly the same thing. And so having my husband there, he believes in me more than I believe in me sometimes.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think that's very, very important as well. my wife, she supports me greatly in the business as well. And I know that everyone doesn't always have that same experience. What would be some words that you would share to, let's say someone wants to get into this business and their spouse has some reservations. Maybe it's about, the hours, maybe it's about commissions, and those kind of fears. What would you share with that spouse to maybe help them understand the opportunity that's available, for that person?
Be patient. Be patient with them and be supportive, because this business, I think what you put in is what you will get out.
Right.
Eventually. It will happen. You have to have the faith that it will happen. Because if you start a business, brick and mortars, you start a restaurant, it could fail. You start any other type of business, it could fail. But in this business, you operate as self-employed, but you don't have to put in a dime. Your time is what you have to put in, right? And if you give your spouse the support going into this, give them your time, do what they are not able to do, because when they need to work, you give them that sacrifice of time and it will pay off.
That's it. So you mentioned the time, and I think that's spot on, because it does take that patience. It does take, the understanding. And I'm glad that you mentioned, just that coaching that the spouse has to give. Hey, no, you can do this. You got this, during those ebbs and flows. At what point did you know, and your husband too, right? Like at what point did both of you guys know, oh yeah, this was a good decision, right? Right.
I think it would be when I won Rookie. So Rookie, I don't know if you guys have the same type of awards. When you come into the insurance business here, you're named Rookie if you're the top producing new agent in your company.
Yes, different organizations.
Right. Exactly. So I started in May, so I had 8 months. Right. You can do it within your first 18 months, but because of when I started, I would only have one shot at it. So it was that first 8 months. And I didn't take it on. I wasn't too bothered about trying to win it until I started in May. And I think I decided that I wanted it around mid-September or something, because we're sitting there in branch meeting and my branch manager is going through everyone's figures for the year to date and realizing that I was like neck and neck with the closest competitor that was in the company for Rookie. And Rookie for us it's kind of the award that people say matters the most, because you can only do it once.
Right.
And it has happened afterwards with me, with other competitions and other awards in the business, that a flip kind of just switches when I decide that I want something. So when I saw those figures, I decided that I wanted Rookie. And it was like tunnel vision from that point on. And my husband was right there with me.
Like, that's it. I got to get it.
Yeah, right there with me to do it. So when he went shopping with me for the suits and the dress and the stuff, because back then we had our lovely annual awards everyone looks forward to. It was like dress up gala event kind of thing. So when he dressed with me and went to that, and then people coming up to him when we're there and introducing themselves and asking him which branch he's from, he goes, no, I'm not the agent. She's the agent. I'm her husband. So we knew that's when I knew for sure he's right there alongside me.
Nice. So you're like, hey, I'm Rookie of the Year now. Well, first you like, look, I'm gonna get this. So you got that competitive spirit as well. All right. Where'd that come from? Now hold on. Before you answer that question, you're a twin.
Yeah.
And
identical twins.
You're identical twin. Your sister's a doctor. Were you guys competitive growing up?
Yes.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Yes, but somehow we weren't after the same thing. It's just that I always have this sense that, okay, well, if she can do it, I can do it. So if she can come, she can be at the top of her class. And we actually get certificates in secondary school, at least when I was in school, that to say that your grades for the term were the best in the class. So I wanted that certificate every end of every term. If she got it and I didn't get it, it would bug me. We're in different classes. So yeah, it's always been that way.
So that competitive spirit was really just kind of embedded from a young age, just growing up.
Yeah.
You guys have other siblings as well?
It's just the two of us.
So it's just the two of you kind of back and forth, growing up. So you caught that, you caught that bug in that first year. You said, hey, I'm going to get this rookie of the year. I'm going to do this thing. So after you hit the rookie of the year, what do you feel like was the next milestone for you?
I always wanted to cross the stage at annual awards. If I did, like, if you don't make quota or I didn't do it, that would bug me. So it became kind of a quarter by quarter milestone, because the company used to do a quarter by quarter compensation thing where they called it Phoenix. So when you hit the target for that quarter, company throws party, you dress up, you go, usually has some kind of fun theme or something.
Yes.
So nice. I did that for the year I joined and the year after. But then in 2019, they changed it. They made it into an annual award, but to qualify for it, you had to do it within the first 9 months. So to qualify, you had to do your annual production within the first 9 months.
Man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
No, this was the prize. The prize was an all expense paid trip to Cancun.
Oh no, okay.
Right. I just decided, okay, I hadn't traveled really. I'd left Trinidad for school, come back. I had traveled, I think maybe once or twice when I was working with the ministry. But other than that, I hadn't really traveled. And we decided, and we everyone my age, what we'll do, we're going to go Google, what can you do in Cancun? You can do a lot in Cancun.
A lot in Cancun, yes.
You can do a lot of Cancun, and so it's all expense paid. So I decided, again, I wanted it. And luckily enough, pretty much everyone else in my unit decided then that they wanted it too. And my unit had grown by this point. It was, it ended up being 10 of us, I think, who pushed really hard because we wanted this. And we went with our own itinerary. We didn't care for the company's things. We didn't.
So y'all set your own plan.
We did our own thing. People, I remember somebody came up to us one evening when we were coming back. We got back to the resort. It was like, why are you guys so antisocial? Us as a unit, we didn't really hang out with the rest of the branch because we were running on our own schedule. Our times were booked. We went shopping. We went to see the pyramids. We went to the adventure parks. We did the clubbing. We did everything, and this was in 4 days.
Nice.
When we came back, my branch manager asked, "How was it?" I'm like, "It was amazing, but I don't think I could have survived another 4 days." The way you guys were going, I don't think you could have either. So
that was it. Isn't that one like the other like really cool things about this industry? How you're going to go on some trips. You're going to take some trips.
You are, because every company has trips. They have conventions. There's MDRT every year. People go. I don't think there is any other profession where doing well can give you so much experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, at this stage in the business, 5 years, you've been rolling. I mean, you did the rookie of the year, you've been on the trips. You have a nice, book of business clientele. At this stage, what keeps you motivated? Like what keeps you moving forward?
From the beginning of this year, what it has been is finding the type of clients that I want to be working with. People who have a mindset that matches mine. Because then when I sit and I work with those type of people, I don't feel like I have to break down information to make it just something that they can take in. When I'm working with someone who is a professional, when I'm working with someone who actually has a financial goal and who wants to learn how to put a plan in place to get them from renting an apartment right now, commuting half an hour to work, to 5 years from now I want to be in my own mortgage. I want to have this side hustle turned into a business, knowing that they're going to take my advice on board and they're going to ask questions and they're going to work the plan and trust the process to get from point A to B. That matters to me now.
Yeah, no, very, very important.